Hello guys, welcome to my video. Creating this video is something I've never done before, and I actually reached out to a Greenville developer to get some info on Greenville OS, and they've actually answered me. And well, they were the one to offer to give me the info, but that's fine. Whatever. Let's just say I asked them. So yeah, basically, I asked them a few questions about Greenville OS because they're the one making the OS, and I'll be answering some questions that I guarantee some of you guys have been asking. So yeah, in the comments below, please ask some questions you might have a GvOS that aren't in this video, and I will ask them about that. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a part 2 on this. So yeah, anyways, let's just get right into it, I guess. Okay, so as you can see, I've asked them some questions, and we'll yeah, we're just gonna go over it. So basically, please do not read ahead, just follow along. But I told them questions can be answered with yes, no, no comment, or really anything else. If you want to go into detail, that's fine. So my first question I have for him was, will the dealership and or garage be accessible through GvOS? This could be you pull your phone out and like spawn a car or something. And well, Barker said dealership is planned. As for garage, we do plan on having a car app that can connect to modern vehicles such as Tesla and do various functions. So Tesla does have an app where you can kind of control the car, like remote control. If you're in a parking lot, you can kind of do summon mode, I believe is what it's called, and it drives to you and picks you up, and you can do all that stuff. So there should be like a car app that controls Teslas, which is what he just said. So yeah, that's very exciting. My next question was, will GvOS support any type of navigation system like Google Maps? And he just said yes, which means I don't know how this will work. I wonder if it's going to work like Vehicle Simulator, where they added navigation and it was like a big red thing like above you in game. I doubt it will be like that. It should be just whenever the minimap gets added. So yeah, anyways, the next question I asked him was, will GvOS phones be sold in Just Buy, or will they just be like a default tool? Kind of like Vehicle Simulator, how they just have a phone by default. And well, he said what we have planned right now is you must buy them at Just Buy or any other locations around the map. So you could buy this at like that one electric store. I lied, that's for like bulbs, but you can also buy this at Verwire, which is the Verizon store all the way across the map. So you can buy this for probably 2 locations in the map. Very cool. And it says current and future, so this just means like that's kind of teasing that there might be more tech stores in the future. So maybe you could even buy one at Tech Guides, I don't know. And yeah, once you own the phone, it's yours to keep forever. Upgrading the phone, meaning like if you're upgrading, like for example, what do I say, like a Paraphone 7 to a Paraphone 12 or something, it most likely costs you less if you currently have a phone, kind of like a trade-in system where you just trade in the phone and pay a few extra money for the upgrade. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work. So you will have to go to a store to buy it, which is kind of like how it is, and I can't even think of a game like Southwest, I guess, has that. Anyways, my next question I asked is if GV devices will be sold, but anyway, if GvOS devices will be sold in Just Buy, what would the price ranges be on the devices? So this could be for like phones, laptops, desktops, etc. And well, Barker responded with, we are unsure about how we want to price them currently, but all I can say is that cheaper devices will be slower, which means like, I don't know, you know how like an iPhone 5 is slower than an iPhone 12? Well, that's how it's going to be in game. There will actually be simulation. So there will be simulated latency to simulate a slower CPU or less RAM, etc. I hope no other games get ideas from that, but anyway. So yeah, that means the worse phone you get or the cheaper phone, it will be a little slower, kind of like how this is a horrible example, but like kind of how cars are. So yeah, that's really cool. It's really realistic. And well, yeah, the next question I asked was, before we get into that question, I actually just got sent by Barkus a few visual teasers for you guys. So you guys probably saw this in the thumbnail, but this is the first thing I'm going to show you guys. This is basically an app. I believe it's the same thing as the clock app on iPhone. It's just called Clock. Basically, it will show you your current time, 12 a.m. Obviously your battery there, looks like your data usage is right there, and also from the last time there are now volume buttons. As you can see, the alarm is right there for 12 a.m. I don't know how the alarm will be used. I don't know. I really don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, there's also a stopwatch where you can click start, obviously, and that could work if you're recording like a friend 0 to 60 or something. So yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, I'm not sure what the real time thing is because it looks like the exact same thing as current time, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, anyway, our next one is Easy Flash. This looks like an app on your phone that kind of works as a flashlight, so your phone will actually have a working flashlight. If you're an iPhone user, you will recognize that if you tap and hold on your flashlight button, it will pop up a very similar interface like this, where there's different levels of brightness on your flashlight, and that's basically how this works. So yeah, looks like this button toggles your flashlight, and well, yeah, that's really cool to see. And our last one looks like it's going to be like Apple Music, at least that's the type of colors it has, but I'm just gonna call it Spotify since everyone knows what Spotify is. And yeah, as you can see, obviously it says now playing nothing, artist none, 0 out of 0 because there's no songs playing. But yeah, it looks like you can actually put an ID in. This will probably have to do with the radio pass, and if you try to open the app and you don't have it, it will redirect you to buy the the radio pass. And well, yeah, it looks like there's also shuffle play, so it looks like you'll actually be able to have playlist of IDs, and I'm really excited for this because the only game I can think of that has a playlist like that is Jailbreak, where you can actually have playlist in the radio. And well, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna use this a lot because I had just make a playlist, possibly maybe upload all my favorite songs if I can. I don't know if that copyright is still an issue. Yeah, I could just make a playlist of all my favorite songs and simply just play this while I'm walking around. I don't even have to be in a car for it. So anyways, let's get on to the next question. Will there ever be any Surface GUI? So this means, not a lot of people know what Surface GUI means, but basically my friend Bloxwills a really long time ago did a video on a laptop in Greenville where it was just kind of something that an admin had in the game, and well, he was able to review it. I'll put a video on screen now, credit to Bloxwills obviously, and you'll see that he's actually clicking the screen in game. That's what a Surface GUI is. And well, anyway, I asked, will it be that on GvOS devices, or will it be just a normal UI, which is just kind of like when you click to spawn a car in current GV, it's you just click a button on your screen. It's not like physically on a screen. So yeah, the answer to that was currently it's just a normal like GUI on screen, so it's not that fancy where you click an actual screen. He said, however, we may add something on the actual tool that other people can see, so it wouldn't end up actually being like that for your experience, but they might have it where it shows what you're doing so other people can possibly see. So that's very exciting. And yeah, and then go on saying for my next question, if GvOS laptops slash desktops get added, this is like laptops or like PCs, I guess, with monitors, how will they be used? Are they placeable? If so, where? Anywhere, or like in a house that you own? And well, Marcus actually answered with, I didn't even have a plan for this, so that's really good that I asked that because I don't know how laptops would even work in GV. So yeah, I'm glad I asked that. So yeah, he said, I don't even have a plan for this, but it seems like a good idea, so I'll look into it. So that's really nice. It looks like we might possibly be able to place our laptops just anywhere. So like for say you buy a laptop and you want to keep it at your house, you just kind of drop it there, and then when you sell the house, it might just go back in your inventory, which is what I'm guessing. And well, yeah, I really should have asked the question when it was added to the game, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I could text him right now, but it's not worth it. So anyway, going on with my next question, I asked, will GvOS devices be sellable? If so, will there be any like depreciation? So that means the longer you own the phone, the less money will be, kind of like how the odometers are gonna work in Greenville with cars whenever those get added. And well, he said the device will be sellable. The sell price will depend on how much it's been used and the age. So that means it will calculate how many times you've used the device and just how long you've owned it in Greenville. So yeah, if you own your phone for too long, it's going to depreciate. Not by too much, because phones still sell for a lot. So yeah, it won't do it by too much, but you know, just a little bit. But anyway, on to the next question. It's my second to last question. I did ask another question. So I asked, will GvOS devices, laptops specifically, be added to a possible CAD system, which is like kind of like what cops use to track criminals and stuff, for emergency service and OGVRP? That's mainly a question for official Greenville roleplay, and I was just wondering if it was some special thing, kind of like how bikes will possibly be added. So yeah, he responded with, CAD will be different. I don't know if that's a teaser to an actual CAD in-game, I don't know, but he said you can call 911 from GvOS Mobile. GvOS Mobile is obviously like your phone, so, and this will generate a notification to emergency services, which means it's kind of like ERLC, where you can actually like call the cops and they come straight to you because it tells you their location. It should work just like that, and well, I'm really excited for that because, you know, you can just kind of call the cops, give them a reason, and they come to you. So yeah, so my final question I asked was, will there be any type of marketplace / auction house implemented into GvOS? That's almost like Forza, where you can list a car that could possibly go up in value. Basically, I'm referring to like Facebook Marketplace or like the Forza auction house, where you can sell cars on Forza, and sometimes they go up in value depending on how rare they get, because sometimes maybe some counts will get inactive and the car gets a little rare. And yeah, this will mainly be in effect if you want kind of a cheaper supercar, because like hopefully like they won't let you like set a Lambo on price for like $1 for your friend because you're like mad rich. But I really hope you can kind of sell your limited cars for like millions, just like how I mentioned here. I said, for example, you could sell your limited car for millions, just like limiteds in Forza that sell for millions. Really excited for that because he said it's planned, so it's not confirmed, because he did say like some confirmed things here, but he said it's planned, so that's a good thing. You might have to get smears on that, since it's kind of like almost like a Greenville like server wide thing. Like it's not just the server you're in, it would probably be like throughout all of Greenville, since if you joined a public server you're not gonna find anything. So yeah, and I'm so excited for Greenville OS to be added and all these features, because it seems like it's going to be like literally one of the best updates in the revamp. I'm not even joking. So yeah, That's exciting. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Speaking of Greenville and like the biggest like revamp update, the revamp anniversary is actually coming up this Monday, the 1-year anniversary of the revamp coming out. I cannot believe it's been that long. I'll have a video explaining it. It won't be that long. It's not going to be like a special. Anyways, I believe that's going to be it. Looks like it became night in the school library, but anyway, that's going to be in this video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please take a lot of this info with a grain of salt, as they could possibly change. And no, this does not mean Greenville OS could possibly be coming out very soon. It could come out in over a year, a month, could come out tomorrow. I'm not saying it's coming out tomorrow though. I'm not saying it's coming out in a year though. So it's not confirmed at all when it's coming out. So please do not take any word that you might hear from someone unless it's from an actual Greenville developer. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.